fire services in Cape Town, we understand now, downscaling operations at Parliament.
Indeed. I mean, around 25 fighters are now on the scene, and they're still attending the hotspots on the fourth floor of the National Assembly. But meanwhile, a man will appear in court tomorrow in connection with that fire that engulfed Parliament yesterday.
Yeah, we understand it's a 49-year-old who was arrested and charged with housebreaking, theft and also arson. He'll be charged under the National Key Point Act.
Indeed, the police say he was caught with suspected stolen property, this after gaining entry to the parliamentary precinct. And that matter has now been referred to the Hawks Crimes Against the State team for further investigation. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa was at the scene and has commended the fire emergency services for their swift response.
They have done a fantastic job. Had they not responded in the 6 minutes that they tell me they responded with, I think we would be talking about the National Assembly and the Council of House of Provinces being in ashes, complete ashes. They intervened at the right time. It does seem like the sprinkler system did not work as it was supposed to, but their appearance and their coming here has saved a very important national asset of our government.
Well, Parliament can arise out of the ashes. That's the view of the head of architecture at the University of KZN. It's Lawrence Ungunsiana. He says although it's not an easy task, it is certainly possible.
Devastating or sorrowful for you to see a place which has so much history and legacy, especially in South Africa, to go up in such flames and to be gutted the way it is. It is devastating. There's no doubt about that. And even though it's a building, yes, a building does get burnt and it does get destroyed, and the contents of it, the documents and what was inside the building, the legacy still remains the same, because legacy can be lost. I mean, the events that have happened in this building over the years, pre-apartheid, post-apartheid, and all the speeches and debates and notable events that have happened in this place, that legacy still stands. And buildings like this can be built and can be restored. The issue about conserving buildings, especially buildings of this repute, is not an easy one, I must say, because these buildings and the contents that they have here, it takes a collaborative effort, and it's not just by government. We're talking private entities, we're talking professionals, we're talking people, volunteers, to try and see what measures can be put in place. I would. It also calls across different areas of industry and also technicalities and specialities, because it's not just about the architecture of the building. It talks about the mechanical things that need to be put in place to restore this building. It talks about also the specialities of technology, what you can use to keep this building safe and not for them to be destroyed in such a manner. So it's not an easy task, I would say, Heidi, but it can be done. But as I said, it's a collaborative effort.